Hey everyone, welcome back, and in today's video we're going to be looking at Season 11, Chapter 1 of the Infinite Labyrinth. As per usual, timestamps will be down below in the description, and we'll get started with Stage 1 today. So Stage 1, these are the teams we'll be using. Twisted Donut's going to be using the full TBD set, or if you have the Earth set as well, that works fine. Candy Drop's running this, and Plantain's running this. Cherry's running this, Alchemist is running this, and Jalapeno is running this. Lemons is running this, Lemon's running this. You can use Rockstar Artifact if you want. I've just found this to work a little bit more consistently, and then Rockstar's using this for the set. So this first stage here is quite a bit difficult in my opinion. So we're going to come to the top over here. I'm going to use Candy Drop Ultimate. Then we're going to quickly swap to Twisted Donut and use his skill Ultimate, start the wave, and then skill again. So we're going to swap to Twisted Donut, use his skill, start the wave, and skill. And once this third turret's down, we're going to swap back to Plantain really quickly and then use his ultimate, like this. And then once Plantain uses ultimate, we're going to swap to Candy Drop and use that immediately. And set up a charge attack at the top of that, just to kill these two immediately. And then this little bit here does take a little bit of time to get perfectly, but you're going to stand at the top over here to tick down to about 3 on the bar. While doing that, we're going to swap back to Plantain. So we're going to see on the top of the shield here, it's going to go to about 3. We're going to come down, then we're going to cast this skill up here. And then if you're quick enough, you should be able to kill both the enemies with Candy Drop's skill. If Candy Drop's skill doesn't detonate in time or these shields don't break, you just want to restart the stage. But in this case, this bottom left guy's shield didn't break and Candy Drop couldn't kill him in one shot. This stage here is a little bit tricky. We're going to start off using Alchemist's skill like this. We're going to switch to Cherry and use a charge up attack just like this. When her ult gets to 6 seconds, we're going to use Cherry's ultimate, dash down here, start the wave, and then use Alchemist's ultimate at the top like that. I'm going to wait for all the enemies to spawn in and use Alchemist's skill like this. I'm going to swap it to Cherry and use a charge attack and then her skill just to kill this wave here. Then we're going to swap to Jalapeno, and you want to cast one of her skills at the top of these guys here, and then just a basic attack this guy here. And if you cast your skill correctly, it should kill everyone. Like this stage here is a little bit tricky if you don't have a good Lemon, but to start with, we want to make sure Rockstar has the attack percent increase. Then we're going to swap to Lemon and use his ultimate at the top like this. We're going to wait for the second pulse. So here we got the second pulse just like that. Now we're going to start the wave, and we're just going to wait for the second wave to spawn. So as this wave is dying, you're going to cast Lemon's skill to kill the top enemies here, and then we're going to cast Lemon's ult at the bottom like this to kill all the enemies here. Then we're going to wait in the middle with Rockstar, and we're going to cast the ultimate just a little bit after the enemies start moving. And after the enemies start moving, we should kill everyone there. If you do struggle killing these two enemies like I am here, you may just want to move to the left or right to make these guys move out of the way, and this will allow them to get hit. So if this guy or this guy doesn't die, just move a little bit to the left or right and this should kill it, but otherwise you can always swap back to Lemon and then just charge attack instead. Stage 2, these are the teams we'll be using. To start off with, Basil Pesto is going to be running this, Plantain and Durian are running this, Dark Choco, Alchemist and Cherry are running this. Rockstar, Soda, and Lemon Zest are using this. This stage here is very easy, there's not really too much to say. To start with though, we're going to use Plantain's ultimate. We're going to start the stage and then use Durian's ultimate immediately like this. We're going to use Basil Pesto's ultimate, making sure to hit this left guy and these two enemies here. Once these enemies are dead, we're going to use Plantain, dash out the way, and then just skill everyone to kill them like that. This stage here is pretty simple. We're going to start using Alchemist's skill, Cherry's charge attack, and we're going to use an Alchemist ult in the middle. Swap to Cherry, start the wave, and use Cherry's ultimate. Then we're going to swap to DC and use a skill, just like this. I do like to walk back a tiny little bit. This just makes it more consistent for the enemies on this side. So I walk back a tiny little bit like that, and then I just skill immediately. Once the second wave spawns, we're going to swap to Cherry. We're going to use a charge attack once this enemy spawns in on the right side. Once all the enemies are spawned in there, we're going to come back up to the top with DC and then just use the ultimate. So make sure to aim it to hit these guys here. The faster you are, the easier this little bit is. This stage here is quite simple. To start off with though, you can use Rockstar's ultimate. Start the wave, swap to Lemon Zest and use his ultimate in the middle. Once we use the ultimate in the first wave, we're going to use his skill just the second we see the top right enemy like that. Then we're going to swap to Soda and use her ultimate to kill this wave. You dash up to Gumball on the left side and use the wave, making sure to hit this bottom guy at the bottom here. You can just use the skills to deal with this guy. These are the teams we'll be using for stage 3, and I do have to give a quick warning, this stage is extremely hard. It's probably one of the hardest stages I've ever had. But to begin with, we're going to use Basil Pesto with this, Plantain with this, and Durian with this. Jalapeno's running this, Dark Choker's running this, and Karob is running this. You can swap these two sets interchangeably, it doesn't really matter. Soda's running this, Rockstar's running this, and Lemon Zest is running this. Stage 3 here, I do have to admit, I probably haven't found the best trap for, so I will do an update guide for that. To start with though, I'm going to start the wave and use Plantains off like that. Then we're going to swap to Basil Pesto and use his ultimate the second this guy here spawns. So when this guy spawns, we're going to use Basil Pesto's ultimate, making sure to hit both the flower and all the enemies that spawn like that. Then you're just going to use the charge attack if your Basil Pesto isn't strong enough to kill everyone like that. Then you want to swap to Plantain and use the dash if you're using Forgotten Hunter set. Then using the skill on the right side like this. If your Plantain is stronger than mine, it should easily be able to kill these guys, but my Plantain can't kill it. So I'm going to swap back to Basil Pesto and just use the charge attacks to kill this guy. Sometimes they do die with crits, but just for that, I'm not going to show that. Come to the right side here, then we're going to swap to Durian and use his ultimate. You're going to make sure you hit all the flowers here and try to hit both of the guys in the middle, but you sometimes miss this guy if you're a little bit too slow. This guy, however, does get hit normally, so you just want to use a skill on this guy here. You can dash down to the bottom and then just the basic attacks, do 2 basic attacks and then a skill on this guy here. This stage here is very hard. To start with though, you're going to use Karobi's skill at the top like this. You're going to dash down, swap the Jalapeno, and then use a basic attack, and then you just want to use 2 skills at the top of this guy here. If your Jalapeno is strong enough, she does kill this guy here. If you can't kill this guy, I'd suggest using the Karobi skill after you start the wave, so it breaks his shield. Then you can use the 2 mines and a couple charge attacks from Jalapeno if you must. We're going to swap to DC really quickly, and use a charge up attack on this guy here. We're just going to wait for these bottom enemies to get inside, and then use his ultimate like this. If they all die in one shot, that's great. We need to use a skill though. We're going to come up to the top, and we're going to swap to Karobi again. We're going to use his skill on the right side here, and we're going to wait for this left enemy to come a little bit closer. We're going to use the Karobi skill just to kill him off like that. Once this enemy is dead though, we're going to swap back to Jalapeno, do a basic attack just to get the Jalapeno artifact, and we're going to wait for the this little skull icon to get about here, so like in line with the Jalapeno ultimate like this. Once he's in line, the ultimate, and he will get hit if you're good enough. If your Jalapeno is strong, she should easily kill these guys, so you won't need to worry about that, but you can just use the skill. Sometimes there is a bit of a glitch where they don't burn, you may just need to use a skill and charge attacks. And this guy here, if you're quick enough, he should die to the skill when they both group up here. This stage here is a breath of relief. We're going to start off using the Rockstar ultimate, starting the wave and swapping to Lemon Zest. Then we're going to use Lemon Zest's ultimate just to kill everyone on the right side here. Then we're going to use his skill to kill the bottom guy here, because you only need to kill one of the enemies. Then we're going to swap back to Soda and just use her ultimate. You can hit all the enemies like that. If you do miss this guy though, you can just come up and use a skill or something like that, but you do want to make sure you hit this middle guy and kill him in one shot. And that will be the guide for Season 11, Chapter 1 of the Infinite Labyrinth. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if you have any comments or questions about the video, please leave them down below, and I'll see you on the next one.